All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we have the first look into the system of spells inside of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands over here on the IGN. We'll have this link in the description if you guys want to take a look at this article and stuff for yourself. But let's go ahead and begin. Obviously, they're leaning into just like the intro of it, talking about the real world stuff happening around the table littered with many-sided dice and miniatures. Then it starts to lean in, goes whole hog on the tabletop RPG setting, and brings in magic. Magic is, as you may already know, not real, or is it? But in this world, within a world of Wonderlands, it's an incredibly fun and wildly entertaining supplement to the gunplay you know and love. And we got one hell of a quote here: "Guns are the spine and spirit of Borderlands, but the addition of magic is the go-to combat in the gameplay loop of Wonderlands." Oh yeah, baby, where's my deck of cards? And they also leave a link to like the first little parts of the first mission that we saw earlier in February and stuff like that. Much like Borderlands guns, then they talk about basically Wonderlands spells. They're gonna have spell schools or spell manufacturers, right? Each with its own focus. So conjurer makers are the simple cast spells. Dude, that's got to be like what, conjuration or something from D&D. While Arcan makes channel cast magic. So because like you also saw in some of the trailers, you know, some are focused with like, some are being cast like with like, you know, like your hand and stuff like that, and some are being casted with like a wand, or like a staff or some sort of stuff like that. I wonder if that's gonna have a difference with like the manufacturers. See if like one will specialize in one thing. I mean, I would assume they would. Like if they're like gun manufacturers, I would assume the spell schools would have their own sort of like special uniqueness to them. Yeah, Arcan is definitely for the wand, because in other words, you hold down the trigger and magic just sprays everywhere. Word Weaver makes repeating cast magic, and wow, maybe I should just read more than 2 sentences. And Miracle specializes in self-cast magic. Okay, cool. One example Lion showed off was a spell that surrounds the player with a cryo bubble of protection, shielding the player from harm. Heard that? We have a Word of Dawn confirmed. I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Let's get it, boys. Oh, so Word Weaver's probably going to be used to summon summon the Hydra spell's probably going to be made by Word Weaver, and like anything that involves like beast summoning or stuff like that. Maybe you can make clones. I think Word Weaver would be really cool for like a beast summoner style build with like the Spore Warden. Can't wait for this freaking game to come out, dude. In addition to the different manufacturers and their strengths, Wonderland's magic system also has a lovely variety of spell payloads to bring down upon your many foes, including hawks, fireballs, ice spikes, hydras, meteors, protection circles, Word of Dawns, and my personal favorite, or Wellerwardians, ground fissures. Hey, so we got Oko moves in Wonderlands confirmed. Hey, where's my ground type? The ground fissures have an especially satisfying effect as they tear through the terrain toward your target. Lions called them mini skills in my NI, referring to Borderlands skill system. I can't wait, dude. We're gonna get like the skill trees for these bad boys. However, they're much faster to charge and can be changed out in the same way you trade out any other weapon in the Borderlands universe. Also important to note that spells take up your grenade slot. You change out your grenade for spells. Everybody's going to be doing that at least for like the first good bit of this game's life cycle. I know I will. Think Mordecai's Bloodwing, but faster, with more possible variety and highly boostable with stacking modifiers from your other items. And while there isn't a strict spell casting class in Wonderlands, Lion said in theory, with the right combination of weapons, spells, and other modifiers, you could build a god tier spellcaster. Pretty sure you could do that. Pretty sure all of us thought you could do that right off the rip. That's nothing new. Borderlands community is what they call built different. While such a build is purely theoretical at this point, there's little doubt if it's possible with Borderlands community will have it figured out in no time flat. I'd give it a maximum of 2 weeks. Creative director Matt Cox calls the RNG based spell modifier system a min-maxer stream. I really hope this is not referring to spell annoyance. Yeah, so what if you do like a Spore Warden and like a Graveborn, bro? That could be really good. Dude, I really want to play this game so bad. Gathering the magic. So one of the details that makes magic feel so special in the world of Wonderlands is its visual identity. In the addition to building the spells and their effects, the team put together a visual style guide. I really hope that it's not okay. Let me just read further. To give them all a sense of continuity while allowing each spell to have its own distinct style. In addition to the different kinds of spells and their different manufacturers, spell schools, spells have their own effects. Shockish, which is an electric effect. I never would have guessed that. Cold. Wait, is that referring to Cryo, which shoots frost, lightning? Okay, that's badass. Frost, lightning. As well as fire, poison, and dark magic types. I like this, man. When does this game drop again? in about 44 days. We're getting there, fellas. We are inching there ever so close. Each effect has its own sigil, which you see in the hand of your character when the spell is cast. They're highly stylized effects of the artist created with the spells from the ground up, but all follow the same basic rules laid out in the style guide. It's difficult to describe without seeing them in action, but the arcane runes and other effects in the hand of the caster are like a shorthand for the type of the spell being cast. For example, a fissure spell I was shown looked like some sort of Lovecraftian hieroglyphic, a system of writing from a culture long forgotten, yet it made perfect sense when seen. A lot of care went to the magic system, and the sigil systems ties it all together. Dude, this game is gonna be absolutely correct, and I cannot wait for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. My name's Kree. We'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Word of dawn, by the way.